Established in 1927, California Children's Services is a statewide program that assists patients under the age of 21 with serious medical conditions that require specialty care or rehabilitative services. An eligible client must be under 21 years of age, meet residential and financial requirements, and have a CCS-eligible medical condition. Some of the eligible conditions include congenital defects, severe injuries, and major organ diseases. In a partnership between the state and county, CCS coordinates and authorizes services for eligible children, helps families obtain quality care to enable maximum child development, and maximizes the function and quality of life for children with severe disabling conditions. CCS provides diagnostic services like medical exams, labs and x-rays, treatment services, pharmaceuticals, and medical equipment and supplies. CCS also provides a medical therapy program that includes both physical and occupational therapy. Services are provided at medical therapy units in Lompoc, Santa Maria, and Santa Barbara. Services include multidisciplinary meetings with patients, families, therapists, pediatricians, and orthopedic specialists.
I was born with a mild case of cerebral palsy spastic diplegia. My parents have told me that people have told them that I was only going to make it past a certain point in my life with physical therapy. And I don't think that necessarily sat well with my parents. So they pushed it on me because they knew that I was capable of it. And not only physically, but mentally as well.
Most babies are able to sit up by themselves, and Nate really couldn't, and he had no protective features. And so he would just fall over and fall on his face if you weren't sitting next to him. So a lot of the work that they did with him was on righting himself and being able to have protective stance so that if he did fall, that he didn't get more seriously injured than most other kids. Right now he's working on running and jumping and stepping on and off curbs, and in terms of physical therapy, and just kind of getting a more normalized gait. And then in terms of his fine motor, he's working on just basic ADLs, which is like toothbrushing and learning how to tie his shoes and learning how to cut his own food.
They push for me to exercise, and it will, because by exercising, it really makes you stronger and stronger and stronger to where you can throw things like shot put and discus. I threw discus in shot put for the City and Des High School track and field team. Having the disability, it lets me do things that it's probably not possible for other people to do. So it kind of helped me in that area.
Lately I've been practicing a lot of dish rotation. I do a lot of Pilates exercises, single limb stance, and just balancing in general. Home skills. Younger patients, I notice that they practice dressing or picking things up, practicing maybe feeding themselves if they're able to. So just a lot of different life skills that people don't necessarily take a second look at.
He was 2.5 years old, I think, when he finally learned how to walk. And so it's been huge. Without MTU, Nate wouldn't be walking. And, for the family, it's massive when you see your child and they can't do anything that any other child can do, and you wonder, where's this going to go and what's going to happen to your child when they can't even catch themselves if they fall, and what does that mean in terms of their safety and their ability. Once they start school, then the less they can do physically, the less they're included in play and social aspects. So for Nate to learn how to run, which he's just learned how to do in the last year, it's massive. He can try and keep up with the other kids on the playground. He can't always do it, but now he plays tag with them. So it's become an interactive game where he's included, whereas before he would have just had to watch.
It really helped me project my future to see what I was going to be doing in about 20 or 30 years, or what I'm doing right now. So it's a good place to be at.
If there was no MTU, that would mean somehow we as parents would have to figure out how to get down to LA with our kids, but you can't do that several times a week. It's not possible. It would probably have to be only over the holidays, and we'd probably have to move down there and take up a residence in a condo or a hotel or somebody's RV or something and do intensive therapy. And that might work for some people who are middle income and higher, but it certainly isn't going to work for anybody working class.
Yeah, we practice things here that people don't necessarily think twice about. Being able to button a shirt or zip up a jacket, or, you know, be able to feed yourself or throw a ball or certain things. Like, when we accomplish those small things and gain that much independence, it gets us all really excited. And I've been here so long where I've watched multiple patients pass through this facility, and I've had the luxury of being able to watch some of their appointments, and whenever they accomplish just a really small thing, you know, they get so excited and they've, you know, hit the jackpot with just something. It basically gives us an opportunity for a life. I don't think I would have such an independent life and be more driven and more motivated to set out and achieve my goals if this wasn't given to me. Because if this didn't exist, who knows where I'd be right now. And if this provides funding for these future patients and current patients, you're continuing to give them their chance at a life.